Hi everyone, ZabE here today with another episode of ZabE Rocks. Today we're going to do a tie-dye project. Always a good time. Be sure you have your gloves or your fingers will be a different color by the end of the project. This year, instead of doing t-shirts, I went with pillowcases just for something different. So I had ordered up these super nice cotton, pretty good size pillowcases on Amazon. I will show you a name of that somewhere in a minute. Anyway, they're quite nice. And I did not pre-wash them, which is very unusual, but we're just gonna see how it goes. My fingers are crossed. And also, I bought this tie-dye kit called Tie-Dye Party. Sounded good. I've used this brand before, the Tulip brand, not necessarily this kit, but the brand, and I've always been pleased. So I was happy with the kit. First, it was easy to open. Yay, only 2 little pieces of tape. That was great. You know, flip down those handles. So now you've got a nice little carrying case too. The dyes, they came with a good amount of rubber bands, enough for all our projects. And I think there's 16 different dyes in there. And they just come with a little powder in the bottom. And you just add water, shake, 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 shake. And then voila, your dyes are ready. It didn't call for any soda ash, which was something that I've always been used to using. So we'll see how it goes. These are the gloves they sent. I don't really know who these are for. Frankenstein, maybe. But anyway, I had some other gloves in the house. Not that, if you could see my hands, tell that I used them yesterday. So I'm just gonna go with these. They're a little bit smaller and a little bit easier to work with, probably less expensive. Also, they sent a lovely plastic sheet, which I'll show you in a moment, for the table that wiped off well and I can reuse it. So that was great. And the one thing I did do was I had the kids do their folding at a different dry table and then come over to the tie-dye station so they didn't get them all gooped up before they even started, because I've seen that. So here we go. A few years ago, I did a tie-dye business at festivals in the summer. Tie-dye take and make. It was pretty fun. It was a lot of people to see and a lot of experiences. So I'm just going to do your pretty basic tie-dye tie-off. I'm going to grab the center and I'm just going to swirl, 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 swirl. And if you don't want it right in the center of your main circle, then, just pinch to the side a little, one way or another. So, okay, I'm going to go right here, pinch just a little off, and then just start spiraling it around and around and around. The kids did pretty good with this. When we get all the way around and it's pretty good and tight, then it seems that if you have an extra hand is helpful for anybody. And then we'll go like that. And usually, or in the past, let's say, I've always had my projects nice and wet. But once again, then that's just another thing to work with the kids. And then I have to do one more step. So we tried it dry this time. Like that. I've just put 2 rubber bands on. I'm going to go for 2 more. Kind of in a pie shape. There we go. And they sent really nice rubber bands. And you can reuse your rubber bands if you like when you take them off. You just have to rinse them off. But be sure you rinse them off or you'll end up with dye on your next project from them. All right. So, voila. One good swirly crumple pillowcase. Now, I'm just going to slide over this piece of this nice plastic that they had sent, which is table size, so it would fit on the whole table. But I'm just going to keep it folded up for the moment. And then I have this pink paper. It's kind of a waxed on one side. I don't know where it came from. It's been in my room for, I don't know, 10 years maybe, but I don't ever seem to run out. So for a project like this, it's very handy. And then I am going to pour. This is my trick this time. If you had a spray bottle, that would be the optimal thing to do. Of course, I couldn't find one yesterday. So Tom and Jerry, my fall pitcher just fell. So I'm just going to pour some water on that. just to get it so the dye will have something to flow, because the water will definitely help that. All right, so there you go. And I did do this inside on a table yesterday, and it went well. I didn't have any big disasters. Yes, so that was good. And then I also had aprons for everybody, including myself, which the cafeteria was kind enough to give to me. So yay, the cafeteria. You know, you could always just use a shirt backwards, a towel, a plastic bag, you know, whatever you like, just to try to protect your clothing just a little, unless you want them tie-dyed. Yesterday, I did wear my tie-dyed shirt. All right, well, I think I'm going to go with my usual favorite colors, some blues and some purples. And they're already mixed up. And here we go. Just dropped. Oh, wait, see? This is what I do every time I get so excited. And then I'm like, oh, wait, your hands, put your gloves on. Okay, here we go. Gloves on. And the kids really like wearing the capes. That's what they turn them into, the aprons. They like to put them on backwards. But they were covered with paint, so it was a no-go. But if you had some aprons, they make good capes. That could be a whole nother project, right? We could just make them into superheroes. I could fly around all day. I like it. All right, gloves are on. Here we go. Blue. I'm just going to go down, 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 and down. Ooh, it's a pretty color. And then they have a nice, good little cap on there. It's very helpful. There was only one bottle came and it was kind of broken on top, so it was a leaker. So that was, you know, had to be a little careful with that one. Ooh, there's some purple. Nice. I'm putting my colors out and leaving them out of the box so I know which ones I've used. Oh, I saw this green yesterday. I was quite taken with it. And when the kids use these, try to get them to turn them more upright instead of, you know, this direction to squirt, because it just goes all over and not where you really want it to go. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to turn it over, but I'm not going to put it right back in my puddle. I'm going to put it over to the side here. All right, so even though that puddle is quite nice. And then I'm going to start with the green on this side, because I was really liking that green. Green, we'll go back with a little blue. Yay. So if you've never tie-dyed before, I really would recommend this kit. It was very user-friendly. Everything was in it, you know, except for an apron, which I really would recommend, or a shirt backwards, you know, anything that will help you save your clothes and parents upset with you if you're doing it with a group of students. All right. And then after we get all our color on there, we're going to put them in a Ziploc bag that already has their name on it. So now I know whose is whose, because I'm going to be the one to take them home and wash them, because I cannot send this home to a parent and have them ruin their laundry. Oh my goodness, that would just be something. So I always take them home and launder them and bring them back, which, you know, makes the kids kind of crazy because now they have to wait for a day or two. But good things come to those who wait. I've tie-dyed with large groups. One year at school, we all did a tie-dye project, the whole school. That was a little bit overwhelming, but we made it. Teachers were reluctant. I don't know. Sometimes I don't think they just don't want to get dirty. But, you know, it's a kid's life. You got to get a little dirty here and there. Yeah, I would definitely recommend tie-dyeing with anybody and everybody. You can tie-dye paper, you can tie-dye shirts, you can tie-dye canvas, anything. Masks, some white plain mask if you just wanted a whole tie-dye family of them. So here's my tie-dye ball. It's dark, it's green, it's blue, it's black. Well, it's not black, but that blue is very, very dark. So I think I might just add a little bit of this pink Well, because that may just give it a little extra highlight somewhere. The only thing I forgot that I highly recommend is that now I'm going to put these in the wash, right? But they're not going to be in those Ziploc bags. And I first have to rinse them out. And I'm not going to know whose is whose. So I'm going to tap the students today on a piece of material, write their name, and then I will put it on with a clothespin to their pillowcases so I know whose is whose. Now we could have just written their names in the inside. I don't know why we didn't. I guess we just wanted to get to work. I'm not sure. So here we are, a big wet mess. And I'm just going to slip it into this pre-named Ziploc bag. Maybe, hopefully. There we go. And in they go. And zip it up. And then, you know, it says to wait at least 6 to 8 hours. I'm going to wait until overnight, and then I figure the longer they sit, the better. Thanks, everyone. Please give me a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye.